It's not only the ladies who have to deal with the symptoms of PMS. Men experience a similar syndrome called IMS, or irritable male syndrome.
What? No moi, it's Joinen, and welcome back to Brightside. But no, wait! I know that we've just looked at Brightside, but Brightside do all kinds of things, and today... Today, Brightside is doing this. 15 facts that will change the way you see the world. High IQ, low IQ. As you can see here, what they're getting at is that suppose women with wide hips have a high IQ, but women with narrow hips have a low IQ. And that's a fact! I would... That's clickbait enough for me, so let's get into it. Hey, didn't you use a similar thumbnail to clickbait us once? Similar. Yes, I think that was a riddle video. I think it was, but I just used it because that's the thumbnail that they used, which is exactly what I'm gonna do today.
Whoa, now Brightside, let's not get cancelled.
No, you don't understand. Brightside, 5-minute craft, 7-second riddles, they don't get cancelled. They literally do whatever they want. They get away with it.
In our constant quest to provide you with mind-altering experiences, here's one. 15 facts that will change the way you see the world.
Oh, this is one of your experiments to provide us with mind-altering experiences? We're gonna see the world differently. Strap in, guys. You will never see the world the same again after you learn to recognize IQ by the width of a hip.
Every year, the bright minds in the scientific community discover surprising new facts that turn our world upside down.
Oh, I'm ready.
Who'd have thought that the thicker a man's beard is, the more likely he is to lose his hair later on?
Yeah. The same hormones responsible for beard growth are responsible for going bald. I'm good. You see this? I've grown my hair long to cover up my lack of... You see this? Weak beard game. Strong hair game. Perfect balance.
See? Mind blown. And that's just one of the 15 facts we've put together that will completely change the way you see the world.
Oh, my mind wasn't... I already knew that one. Why do you think there's so many bald men getting around with beards? And no, it's not just because they went bald and then they're like, well, I need some hair on my face, so I'm gonna grow a beard. It's because it's genetic, but it's probably that too.
Now, before we get down to it, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications to keep up with all our updates.
Nah, I'm subscribed. That's as good as you're gonna get.
Counting down from number 15. Acne slows down aging. Researchers at King's College London found that the cells of people who had acne in their youth have better built-in protection against aging.
Aging what? Like aging body in like you're still getting a year older every year. So what's aging?
How so? It comes down to things called telomeres. They're like tiny caps on the end of chromosomes that protect your DNA from damage.
Okay.
Basically, the longer the telomeres, the slower your cells age. In the study, the researchers measured the telomeres in over 1,200 twins and found that those who...
1,200 twins! Jeez! Could you imagine the woman? My goodness!
but had acne growing up had longer telomeres than those who didn't have to deal with pimples. Maybe that'll help you look on the bright side if you or someone you know is dealing with blemishes.
Yeah, but aging what? Like, look, because I've got acne scarring. It's right there. And you know what that looks like? Old skin. Like when I'm like 50, I'm gonna, like, it's gonna contribute to old looking skin. I didn't care that I have acne scarring. It doesn't bother me. But aging what?
I don't want to live longer though.
Yeah, if that's what they're getting at, that you actually live longer because of acne, then sure. Bring on them years, baby.
At least you'll look youthful for longer.
No, okay, that's my point. He just said at least you'll look youthful for longer. Okay, but you gotta, like, you can't get around the fact that acne scarring is a thing and it makes your skin look older. So maybe it's just a bit of a give and take. Maybe you just, like, even out.
Number 14. Babies cry with an accent. German scientists have found that infants cry with an intonation similar to that of their mother's speech.
All right, okay, let's try to do a few. Hit me with some countries. France? Oh my gosh. Finland? Ooh. I don't know why that's Finland. Let's do Australia. Canada. Hey. Hey. Italy. Hey. Is this bad? Am I allowed to be doing this? This is bad. I'll stop. I'll move on. Cancelled. This is exactly what we were talking about yesterday. What am I going to get cancelled for? Crying in other accents is what I'm getting cancelled for.
Babies can hear their mom's voice in the womb, and they apparently take note of it too. Dr. Kathleen Wormke and her research team at the University of Würzburg analyzed the cries of 60 newborns. Half of them were born in German-speaking families, and scientists noticed that this group had a clear falling intonation in their cries. The other half were born in French-speaking families, and unlike the first group, they cried with a rising intonation. I wonder if babies have regional dialects. Well, the French ones.
Oh, he did it! He did it! He did it! I'm allowed to do it, okay?
Number 13. Cockroaches can bite. Cockroaches don't normally bite people when they have other food to enjoy.
Other food to enjoy? Wait, what? Hold on. You're telling me I'm cockroach food? You're telling me they're not biting in defense. They're biting because they're hungry.
Their bites can cause irritation, swelling, and sometimes even lesions. Their favorite places to munch on are fingernails.
Oh, that was just a weird photo to bring up in that moment. Their favorite places to munch on is this woman in her underwear.
Eyelashes, feet, and hands. Fortunately, this
eyelashes? The cockroaches want to eat my eyelashes.
Situation is very unlikely to happen unless there's an extreme infestation going on that causes their normal food supply to run out.
Oh. I believe it though. I've been bitten by a grasshopper, and I feel like they can't be that different. The grasshoppers bite and they do not let go. That's all I'll say about that.
Number 12. Cats have an internal compass. Hey, that's what you get for swallowing shiny objects.
Wait, what was that? What was with that swallowing shiny objects business?
Multiple studies have shown that a cat's brain cells are sensitive to the Earth's magnetic field, giving them a sort of internal compass. That means that no matter where a cat is, it can almost always find its way home.
Jeez.
Pillbugs or rollipolies give live birth. I know this because when I was little one birthed all over me.
Nice to know. Birth all over you. That's a weird way to say it. I mean, that's kind of cool. I guess it explains why they can like find their way home and stuff. Motto, you have a compass. She seems unfazed.
Number 11. Breast milk can change its composition. A mother's milk can change its composition if her baby is sick. Researchers at Harvard University have noticed that when a breastfeeding infant is ill, it transmits a signal to its mother's body through its saliva.
Whoa.
Once mom's body gets this SOS, it produces more antibodies and transmits them to the baby through the breast milk.
Whoa. Whoa. What's they're like communicating through breast. It's like a baby chat messaging service where they just talk to their mum. Hey mum, I'm sick.
And I thought we were going to get chocolate milk from this.
Oh, wait, what? What did you just say? Well, I don't know. It's just a weird thing to say, dude. Sometimes, bright side man, you say the weirdest things.
Number 10. A thick beard is a sign of future baldness.
Well, you're not blowing my mind with it twice in a row in the same video. It's not gonna hit so hard. I already knew that fact to begin with, but let's just pretend I didn't. The zinger factor doesn't work the second time.
Number 9. The cholesterol-free label on vegetable oil is merely a marketing ploy. The next time you see a cholesterol-free vegetable oil at the grocery, hold off before you lay down extra cash to pay for it, because this is simply a marketing trick. It's true that cholesterol can only be found in fats of animal origin. But does this make vegetable oils 100% safe and super healthy? Well, no, not really. They have tons of polyunsaturated fats, and getting too much of those can throw the balance of healthy natural fats in your body.
What? I don't understand. The cholesterol-free label on vegetable oil is merely a marketing ploy because vegetable oil isn't good for you.
All out of whack. The safest kind is coconut oil, since it contributes to healthy fat composition.
I mean, contested. Like, sure, maybe wildly believed, but I would say contested. If we got to make a whole video about oils, because like, let's be real here. Olive oil, healthy stuff. But that's not the fun oil fact. The fun oil fact is that your extra virgin olive oil is a lie. It's rancid. It's gross. It's grotty. You got to get the fresh stuff. It's got to have a date on it. It's got to be, good for like a month or something. You got to look up your olive oils, all right, before you buy them, because they're all gross. They've been pasteurized, except for maybe one or two. Do your olive oil research, people. Your health levels will thank me later. There's an olive oil mafia. Exactly. You don't buy from overseas. Buy olive oil from your country that was produced in your own country, preferably locally. Joinen, but vegan? What's got nothing to do with that? I'm just talking about olive oil. Joinen is the new vegan teacher. Wait, why is olive oil so heavily associated with veganism? It's just a cooking oil.
I'm American, I don't believe in health.
Joinen's hard feelings. Olive oil is the big oil scam. Gotta make sure your extra virgin olive oil is actually the good stuff.
Number 8. Men also have PMS. It's not only the ladies who have to deal with the symptoms of PMS. Men experience a similar syndrome called IMS, or irritable male syndrome.
What? Okay, tell me more.
It's associated with a decrease in testosterone levels in the blood that results in irritability, depression, and being withdrawn. Unlike PMS, IMS doesn't revolve around some cycle and doesn't occur every month. It can be a result of major stress, and while the ladies might argue that they have it a whole lot worse, this condition in men often causes family conflicts. So it's better to treat it like an actual medical problem.
Okay, but hold on. You just said that men get irritable when they're stressed. That was your fun fact there. Now, it's not a general cycle thing that comes around every month like it does for women. It generally just comes around when the dude is stressed, when he's going through something. He experiences symptoms of stress.
Number 7. There is such a thing as joke addiction. Sometimes when a person suffers from some traumatic brain injury, they'll have an abnormally hyped up sense of humor after their recovery. Yes, this is an actual neurological disease known as joke addiction.
I'm sure it's got a fancier name than that.
In this case, the constant creation of puns is pathological.
But someone's just got an addiction to making puns. They just can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. They can't. Nah, I'm not quick enough. Puns sometimes do come to me, but not very quickly.
According to UCLA brain researchers, who studied 2 cases of compulsive joke making. In the first case, a 69-year-old man would wake his wife up in the middle of the night for 5 years just to share a joke he'd come up with. It turned out that a brain hemorrhage was to blame for his problem. In the second case, a 57-year-old man with dementia lost his job because he kept interrupting the work process with his constant and often inappropriate wisecracking.
In the third case, Australian YouTuber, he went from filming a couple videos a week to streaming for hours a day on Twitch, where his sole purpose is to just crack jokes. Michael Scott. True, that does sound like Michael Scott.
Well, good thing we don't know anybody like that now, do we? Wow, what happens if you have both IMS and joke addiction? Well, sometimes you get to narrate stories on the bright side.
What? Did we just get a little glimpse into the life of the voiceover dude? He reckons he's got IMS and joke addiction.
Anyway, number 6, watermelon
Moving along from me.
Snow is a real thing.
Cool.
Some mountain ranges, like the Sierra Nevada in California, for instance, hide something really special in the summertime. I mean, what could be more extraordinary than watermelon snow?
Nothing. What a silly question.
It's pink, and it tastes and smells just like watermelons. It's caused by Chlamydomonas nivalis. Aren't you impressed I could say that? Which is a species of algae that contains a natural red pigment. In case you want to see some of this unique snow, you need to climb to an altitude of 10,000 to 12,000 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy. I could do that. Wait, we didn't even you didn't even show an actual photo or picture of this stuff? Come on. I have to go do everything myself. Watermelon snow. Why is watermelon snow? Oh yeah, it's sort of pinkish. Why do they call it watermelon? Like they could just call it pink snow. Watermelon snow, not edible. Why are you calling it watermelon snow if it's not edible? Summer is cool of chick, but there's one kind of watermelon treating your sandals. Well, you're not gonna want to eat it. Some people call it watermelon snow. Why can't you eat it? I want to eat it. You give it such a name, I'm gonna want to eat the dang watermelon snow. The Brightside guy even said it was sweet.
5. Only 22% of people can wiggle their ears. If you
No, that's my head. Was that wiggly enough? Does that count?
You can wiggle your ears, then you belong to a very exclusive group.
I'm so quirky. So quirky.
Number 4. People who constantly complain live longer. Oh, thank goodness.
What?
According to Dr.
Oh, gosh.
Robin Kowalski, a professor of psychology at Clemson University, people who are on the pessimistic side and constantly complain live longer than those who have a more positive outlook on life.
Probably because they like go to the doctor. Like if you're the type to complain a lot, you're like always complaining about your, your health and your back and your stuff. You go to the doctor because you're always like, you know what I mean? Like they're more likely to be the types to go and like get things sorted rather than being like, it's fine.
This is because these Debbie Downers relieve themselves of stress when they let their negative feelings out.
Right, maybe there's that too. We got to get to this thumbnail bit at some point. Like when we get into this hip IQ situation.
Number 3. Red cabbage can change color in different kinds of water.
Wow.
The color of red cabbage can change depending on the water it's being cooked in.
No way.
This is due to the fact that water pH levels differ.
That's not red cabbage.
Cabbage will remain pink in acidic water. It will turn purple in water with a neutral pH.
Okay.
And it gets a nice shade of emerald in alkaline water.
Cool.
Test it out for yourself.
Yeah, I'll go get some of my acid water.
Number 2. An hourglass
Here we
figure
go.
speaks of high intelligence.
Here we go. Get ready. It's happening.
In a study of 16,000 women,
Wow.
researchers at the University of Pittsburgh and the University of California have found that ladies with an hourglass figure can boast a higher level of intelligence than lanky or rounder women.
I'm sorry about my evil laugh there. Get out of here, lanky and rounder women. Give me the hourglass with the big brain. You think the hourglass stops at the shoulders? I didn't think so. That hourglass keeps going, baby, all the way up to the big brain.
This can be explained by the fact that curvy women in particular develop more omega-3 fatty acids and store them on their hips.
Well, what are they doing with them on their hips? You need those things in your brain or something. I don't know how omegas work.
Storing this fat in this exact area contributes to a more active development of the brain and allows it to stay young for longer.
Wow.
That's not to say, of course, that women with
Okay. Whoa. Just before you go and cancel us in the comments, let me just say.
different body types can't be intelligent. Scientists have simply found a trend. Hey, you're smart and beautiful no matter what your body shape is.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Brightside Man. I appreciate that. Does it also count for men? Like, it's talking about specifically women, but is there anything to say that isn't also a thing for men? Like, if you got men with some wicked hips, is he also storing those omega-3s on his hips? Ready to whip them out in a gunslinger event of braininess? All right, let's do it. Number 1 fact. What is the most important fact that will change the way I see the world?
And number 1, lovers' hearts beat in sync. When a man is in
Really?
love, his heart beats in the same rhythm as the heart of his partner.
Oh no. This is going to be one of those things to like not ever tell crazy girlfriends or boyfriends around the world. You could just imagine. Babe, I just put my hand on your heart and your heart wasn't beating in sync with mine. Like, do you not even love me?
Dr. Emilio Ferrer, a UC Davis psychology professor, proved this in a series of experiments. This might be due to the fact that people intuitively developed a habit of imitating the body rhythms of their beloved in order to make their connection even
So
stronger.
if your lover has a heart attack of
Oh no. Oh no.
It's interesting to note that the ladies, more so than the gentlemen participating in the experiment, subconsciously tried to show synchronism in their heartbeat and breathing during the study.
What? So the ladies were more likely to like want it to be true or like to prove that they were in love. And the guys were like, well, I can't control my heartbeat.
And so goes the rhythm of love. So,
Oh, love. My heart always beats to the rhythm of NSYNC. Shakira predicted that a long time ago. My hips don't lie. I guess that kind of works as a joke. The thumbnail looks a little bit like body shaming, right? Yeah, a little bit. It's just clickbait. Well, technically not. Like, the thing that they were leading you to believe in the thumbnail is exactly what they said in the video. It may be baiting you to click, but it's not false. Wait, no, I'm saying I'm saying the clickbait isn't false. Like what they're talking about is in the video. I don't know if the fact is false. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about omega-3s. I just learned that they can be stored on your hips.
Smart people lie all the time. Ever heard of politicians and business people?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It doesn't really work as a joke. Anyway, get some of the sweet lemon carton merch in the description below. It's pretty cute. It's got a little lemon carton on it. And come and follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Joinen, but on Twitch, where I film these videos live every weekday. Follow me there and you can be a part of it. It's the big hip move. That's not gonna be a thing. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say that again. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.